Hi everyone, this is C, and I'm coming to you with I'm going to do something different today. I'm going to do the 15 cosmic questions, and this was a tag created by Little Cosmic Crow. Shout out to her if you want to check out her channel. Um, I wanted to, since I'm not going to show my face, I don't feel like showing my face. As you can see, my nails are I'm just not up to physically. I'm not good today. So instead I wanted to add a little collective message. So this is a timeless message. Anytime you see this video, on top of the questions I'm going to ask, I just want to share a little bit of insight and guidance with you using these three oracles and to give you something to look at as I answer my questions. So I'm just going to hop right into that. And it's just going to be very brief. From the music oracle, we have Amy Winehouse. Learn to love your torrent heart. Honeymoons should last a lifetime. Treat your scars as your best feature. And that's what she did. I love Amy Winehouse. I love her so much. I love her music. And from another one, we have Dolly Parton. The higher the heels, the closer to heaven. Caution will get you nowhere. The most precious diamonds are sometimes disguised as rhinestones. So all right, those are good insights to have. There's more talking about, I think, more love than anything else, but I also feel like these are messages more of the, more of the, I'd say more of the unique thing, the unique point of view. You know, if you feel like you're an outcast or you feel like you're not capable of being loved, that's not true. You are very much so capable of being loved. You know, if you feel like you're damaged or you're broken, treat those scars as your best feature. Wear your scars proudly. You are unique, so treat yourself as unique. Let's see. From the Magical Mermaids and Dolphins, we have playtime. The dolphins know the importance of playing as joy creates miracles and manifestation. This card came out more than once. As I shuffled, it just kept coming out and it just kept coming out. So that's actually very important then. Take some time out to play. Take some time out to just enjoy your life. Enjoy yourself. Wear your scars proudly. Be yourself. Enjoy this life that you have and make time for play. That's basically the message that it's telling you, and I think these are great messages. So I'm going to actually now, I'm hitting the 3-minute mark, so I'm getting right into the 15 cosmic questions about myself. So I'm going to start with number 1. Does your birth name suit you? If not, do you want to, or have you changed it? To be honest, I don't know if my birth name truly suits me. I'm not going to reveal my full name right now. I'll reveal it in due time, but I like to be nicknamed as Shay or C, only because my name, people have a hard time pronouncing it. Even though it's only 6 letters, people have a hard time pronouncing it. I think it suits me. It's a pretty unique name. Not a lot of people have it. Everyone tells me it's a pretty name. All right. Number 2, what kind of weather do you connect with? Do you connect most with? I mostly connect with cloudy days, cloudy weather. I either connect with one or two things. I either connect when it's cold and sunny, or it's cloudy and a mild kind of cold. Those are the two weather types of weather I connect with the most because I love cold weather. I really do. Like even looking outside of my window right now, it's kind of cloudy, but it's a good kind of cloudy. It's not like dark and gray kind of cloudy. It's just sun's not out, but it's bright. That's the kind of weather I connect the most with. All right, so number 3. Within paganism/spirituality, is there anything you are uncomfortable with? There are some things that I am uncomfortable with personally. That's not to say that I'm gonna say that whatever somebody else does is wrong. That's not what I'm saying. But there are some things within the spirituality spectrum that I personally don't see myself doing. Um, and initially, when I started on my spiritual path, the journey that I'm on right now, when it comes to witchcraft and other part divination and other forms of spirituality, I was uncomfortable with it at first. Even though I wanted to do it, I was deviling in it and I was curious. I was still a little bit uncomfortable. But as time went on and as I explored more into it, I got used to it. I got comfortable with it. But I will admit there are still some things that I'm just kind of, I'm not going to judge it, but I just don't see myself personally doing it. Number 4, in your spell work slash practice, how do you help yourself be more confident? How I do this is I have to kind of, in a way, initially fake it till you make it. And I think the more you kind of tell yourself and how to build your confidence up, the more you tell yourself, or the more I tell myself that, I got this, I'm capable of doing this, I'm capable of doing that, I am powerful, I am strong. The more I tell myself that, the more I begin to believe it. And it's actually, that's a truth. Like, the more you build up your confidence by simply telling yourself, you build up your self-esteem that way, and eventually you convince yourself, not even convince yourself, you make yourself believe that you are these things, because you are these things. If I want to be confident, I have to tell myself I'm confident even if I don't feel like it. That's just the power of words. That within itself is a spell. I'm sorry, my camera's messing up. I've kind of fell a different way. Number 5, who is someone that inspires you currently? Quite a few people inspire me currently. I don't have time to name them all, but there are some YouTubers in the spiritual witchcraft community, the witches community, that do inspire me. It helps me to be better at what I do. In my personal life, there are quite a few people in my life personally that inspire me when it comes to my friends, or just people I speak to on the daily basis that inspire me. The one person that inspires me the most, but she's no longer alive, was my grandmother. She was the number one influence in my life. It still inspires me to this day, even though she's not with me. She's not with us physically. Do you think, number 6, do you think you are responsible for healing slash fixing the mistakes your ancestors made? I actually don't really know the answer to that question. I don't think I'm solely responsible for fixing those mistakes, but I do feel like I'm being called to break patterns. I'm being called to kind of, in a way, break the chains that my ancestors, like kind of like the line of mistakes my ancestors made. I'm being called to break them, break those break those barriers down. But am I solely 100% responsible for healing or fixing those mistakes? I personally don't think I am. I'm just feel like I'm responsible for just paving a different way, going in a different direction. And I feel like my ancestors are guiding me to making that different direction, if that makes sense. Number 7. What is the weirdest thing you've experienced within your path? I have definitely experienced a lot of weird lucid dreams. Like, my dreams have been super weird since I've been on this experience. Like, they've always been weird, but even more so, they've been very strange. Like, they've been kind of like where I feel like I'm actually in it and I feel it. Like, I physically feel it. Like, the lucid dreaming has just intensified since I've been on this path. One of the other weirdest things I've experienced was one time I was doing a reading for myself, trying to connect with my guides for the first time, like really trying to connect with them. And I feel like 20 minutes or so after I did it, I started hearing like this really weird sound, like a sound I've never heard before in my apartment. And it was just a weird sound. Like, it wasn't like scary, but it just wouldn't stop. It was like buzzing sound. And I never heard that sound before. And I was trying to figure out where it was coming from, and I just didn't know where it was coming from. So I figured I'd ask, saying, "Oh, please make the, could you please," I decided to call to the guides, like, "Could you please make this sound stop? Make this buzzing sound stop, please." And within about 5 minutes, it dispersed. The sound stopped. So that was really weird. And the thing is, I wasn't the only person that heard it. So that was a very weird experience that I had, aside from the lucid dreams. Um, Number 8. Do you believe in aura colors? Do you believe / know yourself to have? I've never, well, I don't know much about auras and their colors because I can't see auras. Talked to I've talked to another divination reader, and she told me that she knows somebody who does auras, who does aura readings. If I learn more about it, and if I talk to somebody else that actually does auras, maybe I can learn more about the aura colors. I don't know if I have them myself, but doesn't hurt to always try. Number 9. If you do own your own tarot / oracle, if you do your own tarot / oracle readings, do you find them to be truthful / accurate, or is it biased? I guess it depends. It depends on if I'm focused enough. Sometimes I feel like they can be biased if I want to manipulate the answer, but I try my best not to manipulate the answer. And when I don't manipulate the answer, my readings are very honest and they're very brutal. Like my cards don't my cards don't fuck around with me. They're very honest about a lot of stuff. Sometimes there's truths that I really don't want to hear, but that's when they're the most accurate. It's when I manipulate the answers on purpose. If I don't feel like hearing the truth, that's when they're biased. But if I let it be like, okay, you know what, no holds bars, the more brutal, the more accurate. That's how I see it. Number 10. What is one thing that you are proud of yourself for? I'm proud of the fact that my self-esteem is slowly. I've learned a lot when it came to 2019. I've been through a lot. I've been through a lot even just growing up, but 2019 specifically has been a very transformative year for me. And it's been a year where I have a say. It's a year where I'm actually finally speaking up for myself and standing up for myself and feeling like I'm not going to let somebody treat me a certain way anymore or ever again. So I'm proud of myself that I've come to that point, that I am creating boundaries for myself and telling people, you can't tell me how to live my life. This is how I'm going to live my life. And if you don't like how I live my life, you don't have to be a part of it. That's my mentality now. That's my mentality now. And I'm proud of that. Number 11. Between light and dark, which is the most prevalent in your practice? Are they both? I want to say 95% of the time I practice light. I practice light work, I practice light magic, I practice what they call white magic, good magic, or I don't know if they call it good or bad. To be honest, I initially considered myself more of a gray witch than anything else, but I focus more so on the light 95% of the time. The 5% is when I feel I am being threatened, I'm being attacked, or somebody that I truly love and care for is being attacked, and I have to tap into that dark side to. I have to. I may have to. It doesn't mean I will, but I have the ability to tap into that dark side and do what I need to do to stop whoever's harming me or harming somebody that I love. So I feel like everybody kind of has that ability to tap into their light and to tap into the dark, but a large majority of the time, I'm light. I practice light things. I do light. I focus on the lighter side of things because I am a light worker. I've come to that in my life. I am a light worker, but I do have the ability to tap into otherwise. Just saying. All right. Sorry, I'm reading from a piece of paper. Eek. Okay. Number 12. Do you believe in aliens? If so, should we be fearful of their existence or try to communicate with them? I do believe in aliens. I do believe in extraterrestrial life. Um, do I feel like we should be fearful of their existence? I don't know. To be honest, the universe is so broad and so big. I don't know if we should be afraid of them or not, but I do know us as humans, especially greedy humans, we like to just take advantage, or the greedy humans like to take advantage of things. So if they did find extraterrestrial life, capitalists or anybody, or, will find a way to fuck it up or try to invade something that they have no business invading. And so, in that way, make the extraterrestrial life invade us. I'm speaking weirdly, but that's how I feel. Should we try to communicate with them? I feel like we should try to communicate with them if they feel like communicating with us. Why not? Why not? Number 13. So far in your path, what are some of your favorite things you have learned? One of my favorite things that I've learned is herbalism. I'm getting more and more into herbs and their correspondences and their magical properties, and I love it. I love learning more about herbs now. I just love learning in general, just learning more about the practice, more about divination, more about the aesthetics, I love learning almost everything I can. Whatever I find interesting, I just love learning more about it. And I used to be in a religion where I had to do researches, but those researches were boring and they were one-sided and you couldn't look at outside information. Now I can look at whatever I want. I can tap into whatever I want, whatever resonates with me, whatever doesn't. I love it. I love learning, and I'm just a person that just loves to learn. So this has been very beneficial for me. And I also have learned and love to tap into my intuition more because I've always been an intuitive person, but it's always just been held down. Wasn't allowed to use it. So now I can. Number 14. What are your thoughts of using tools for spirit communication? Example, tarot, oracle, other divinations, orgy boards, spiritual boxes, EVP recorders, etc. Do you have any favorites/preferences? Well, I use tarot. I use oracle cards, and I use the pendulum. Those are the top 3 divinational tools that I use. But I do use them to communicate with my guides, but I mainly use it more for energy than anything else, like the energy in general, just general energy. I don't use Ouija boards or the spiritual boxes. I don't know what an EVP recorder is, but I'm not against it. I personally don't use those. Anybody else who uses those, as long as you know what you're doing, I have no problem with it. As long as you know what you're doing. That's the main thing. You got to know what you're doing. And you're not messing with things that you have no idea what you're messing with. That's my only criticism about it, is when people use some of these things, they kind of do it just as a joke, and these things are not to be joked around with. Ouija boards, those are not to be joked around with. The final one, number 15. If you were able to talk to your future self, what questions would you ask? The number one question I would ask my future self is, are you happy where you are right now? With everything that you've gone through, are you happy currently where you're at? Or did we accomplish everything that we wanted to accomplish? And I would hope that my future self would tell me, we accomplished every single thing. Everything that you were worried about, look where I'm at now. You're in such a better place right now. That's what I would want my future self to answer back to me if I were to ask that question. Those are really the top questions I'd ask my future self. So are you happy right now where you're at, and did we accomplish everything we were trying to accomplish? So those were the 15 questions, the 15 cosmic questions that were part of the tag. And I hope, as I was talking, you kind of took a little bit of time to look at these oracles and, also interpret it for yourself to see what it means for you. But these are definitely really good things to keep in mind for yourself. You are a unique person. Stand up for your truths, wear your scars proudly, and make time to play, make time to enjoy yourself and enjoy your life, because nobody can live your life but you. Okay, so that's all I have for today. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I'll be back for another one soon. All right, bye.